Hello there, and welcome back to the Prisoner Press. My name is Brady G. I'm your host on this revolutionary radio show where we discuss the truth, we expose evil, and together, you and me, put together, our souls intertwined, we are the Rebel Alliance. We are the only resistance against this evil principality, this evil network of reptilian slime coming up from the underground to absolutely and steadfastly do everything they can in every situation. Pardon me. To take control of your life. That's what they're here for, and that's what we stand against. We stand together. We stand for liberty. We stand for freedom. We stand for love, and we stand for God. Of course, what's making the headlines on Drudge Report? Of course, we had a plane crash over the weekend, killing 157 people. Mainstream media doesn't care too much about that. They're too busy bashing Trump, saying that he's not even worth being impeached. Well, I guess that's a win-win for us. Let's talk about one of the biggest headlines that I thought was quite fascinating, and that was the inventor, the person who wrote up the manuscript, who literally created the internet, now regrets what he's done. He laments over the fact that it's dysfunctional, that censorship is taking over it, that people are controlling every avenue of freedom of speech, of freedom of expression. And it's similar to God looking down. And I'm not comparing this man to God because the internet is so incredible. But creating something from nothing, an art form like that, God looking down at all of these people banding against him, building up a tower in Babylon, trying to become gods themselves, and they're still doing it today, and God looks down, and he's angry, and he's jealous, and he's frustrated. That's the type of a situation we're looking for. That's the type of a situation that shows you that the liberal left, what they're doing by taking away the humanity of somebody on the internet who doesn't agree with them, by taking away the very right to speak, the very right to have a voice in the first place. By doing that, it's absolutely the opposite of why the internet was created. The internet was created to allow expression, to transfer information, to connect the world with a giant web of information. And they take that from us by taking that, twisting it, and using it to create propaganda, to spread lies, to create rumors, and to silence people. And now, if you say something they don't agree with, they will literally take away your right to be a person. They will literally take away your right to speak. That's what they're onto now. That's the situation that we're in. And that's what we have to look forward to. Complete communist Chinese-style media censorship. That's the type of a world we're in. And that's why it's so much more important nowadays than ever before to go to www.prisonerpress.com. Sign up for our mailing list. Sign up for everything you can. Go to survivaco.space, cud-ching.space. We have so many websites, and all of them are literally just for the pleasure of getting information to my fellow comrades, to my fellow soldiers in the resistance. You are my brothers. You are my, the other people connected to my soul, and together we will fight till the end. In other headlines, News Corp is calling for Google's breakup. Of course, the conglomerate now runs YouTube, Google, and essentially the whole, the tip of the spear in the technocratic, tyrannical system. They want that to break up, which would create smaller, more grassroots companies. However, I think we all know that Sundar Pichai does not want that. What Sundar Pichai wants is to continue censoring individuals, to continue controlling the narrative, to continue doing everything he can to absolutely take advantage of information, to take advantage of your desire for privacy, to take advantage of your willingness to speak to people on social media. And all of that information is, of course, being sold for billions of dollars. Now, we started this series the other day, last week, about the power structure. We're going to be continuing that tomorrow, where we talked about the reptilians last time. We're going to move on, talk about the Bilderbergers, the bankers, all this stuff. Who is running the government behind the scenes? And here we are again, back in the news, talking about President Trump and how he actually endorses facial recognition technology. However, the use of facial recognition technology is absolutely sinister in that what we're looking at is a complete breach of privacy from people in the future. People 40 years from now will have access to historical records of facial recognition, of historical events in a person's private life. That's the type of a system they're aiming for. With information about the past so documented and stolen by the internet, people in the future will be able to change future outcomes. And if you're somebody that's concerned about children and grandchildren and your legacy and people coming after you in time, well then, folks, it's time now to fight back against facial recognition. Let President Trump know that when he endorses facial recognition, when President Trump allows tech companies to move forward, and we're also talking about President Trump endorsing 5G, which now we've had, 250 scientists sign a petition that says it causes cancer? And yet nobody talks about 5G? What type of a place is this? Where our own government doesn't fight for our lives, they fight for our control. We can't allow them to control us any longer. You and me, we're blood brothers in this fight, in this endless, victoryless chasm of reality. But like Obi-Wan Kenobi said, strike me down and I shall become more powerful than you could ever imagine. And he did, didn't he? A force ghost. Well, when you strike us down, we come back as a force ghost, shadow ban us. We're in the back of your mind saying, through the force, we can communicate with other force users. That is the victory in the art of a Jedi Knight. And that is the victory in the art of a freedom fighter on the internet in 2019. What's it going to take, folks? What's it going to take for people to realize that we have to take this internet back? We have to take what was made to be a free vessel of spreading information, take that back and use it to enlighten people of the truth, to tell them that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, what is she? She's a communist gatekeeper. She's literally a distraction from what's really going on underground. Hillary Clinton, witch. Barack Obama, witch. Bernie Sanders, witch. Donald Trump, hero. And Brady G, somebody destined, somebody determined, somebody desperate to speak the truth, to expose evil, and to stand up for the man who can't stand up for himself. Use your voice until they silence us. Because that's what we're doing. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, whatever else. Go to prisonerpress.com. Check out Prisoner products. We have stuff that will no doubt save your life if you stock up on it now. We'll be right back.
Survival, the primal instincts of our image-bearing race, end-time fulfillment of catastrophic prophecies are imminent. You must prepare. We compile the latest and most effective practices to protect your household on our live blog, survivaco.space. Paul said it best when he wrote, "If anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever." 1 Timothy 5:8. Your faith is extremely important. Your responsibility to spiritually provide for your household is everlasting, but the physical nature of the civil war on the brink of explosion is another reason to prepare. Bug-out bags, rations, water filters, thermal gear, power banks, radios, matches, all of this is also a way of providing for them. On prisonerpress.com/prisonerproducts, we have cheap, sustainable survival gear capable of saving their lives. Commission off each sale supports the mission of this channel to provide trustworthy, reliable media. Together, we are warriors against the impending evil that threatens your children's freedom and your children's children's freedom. Do what must be done to protect them. Prisoner Press, expressing the truth, exposing evil.